94 FM The Fish, today's Christian music. My name is Doug from your nationally syndicated, family-friendly morning show. That might get you a cup of coffee somewhere. We're catching up with Trademark, with David, with Rob, with Todd. I used to go to church with these guys back in the day, and then I think they got saved since, but no. We're talking about Trademark in concert, and I know, guys, when it comes to concerts, there's a whole bunch of preparation that goes into it. You're getting the voice going, you're squeezing lemon. What's the pregame ritual that happens before the show?
We stop at McDonald's.
That's it. Yeah, we got to have a McDonald's tea.
We got to have our sweet tea.
Sweet tea kind of coats.
Oh, and by the way, McDonald's, we expect some
kickback,
kickback on that. Free burgers or something.
Yeah. Well, these guys can't afford $1 tea. No, so
that's right.
And that's the extent of it. It's just.
Oh no! Well, we of course we do all the things that you would think we would do, which we practice. We get our mics all set, and then we get somewhere and we pray and kind of get ourselves ready for it. But
now, what about vocal exercises? Can we hear a little? You do like little trills or what?
Hello. Hello.
Hey there, see? This is taking you behind the scenes, behind the curtain.
Very behind.
5 years, Trademark has been making impact all over the place, and any day now is that Grammy nomination, that Dove Award. I know you've practiced some of the speeches, so when it's time to grab the Dove, the award, not with a gun, when it's time to grab the Dove Award, what are you saying? Who are you thanking? Rob?
That's good, Rob. That was good.
The Academy. I'd like to thank the Academy and my mom and David. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, you do me, right?
We will be here all night. Don't bear in a hurry, because the buses will wait. Well, there came a mighty shaking, there came a mighty sound. Tribals came together, they got up and walked around. Tribals in the valley, awaken you shall live. Tribals in the valley, awaken you shall live. Tribals in the valley, awaken you shall live. Tribals in the valley, awaken you shall live.
You ever wonder why tragedy happens? God's accomplishing great things through tragic situations in our life, and we're actually catching up today with a band that was birthed out of the tragedy of the floods that happened in Middle Tennessee and Music City in 2010. David, Rob, and Todd, Trademark is the group, and you guys came together to sing to benefit your neighbors because of the flood.
That's right. May 2010, we had rehearsed a couple of times, actually, as a group, and thought it sounded okay, but, really didn't have any confirmation until we had the opportunity to do the benefit. And thanks to you and emceeing that and bringing a couple of other musicians together, we received a positive affirmation, that this was something that maybe we need to pursue as a ministry, that we need to continue this and not just do it, not just sing that one time. So that's what we did. And what is it, 5 years later, we're still going.
And obviously in concerts, you guys aren't opposed to sharing personal stories and testimonies and tying that into the music. Rob, you're very open about your past.
Yeah, absolutely. I always felt like I was never a bad kid. My dad's a minister, and so I was raised in a pastor's home. And but that faith that just because you go to McDonald's doesn't make you a hamburger. So we have to make that our own. We have to make it our own. And so I'll never forget. I was in middle school. I was probably about 12 years old, and playing outside after school. And you come inside, and it's time to get ready for bed. And I'd had a bad attitude, acting up, and being mean to my brother and sister, and talking back to my mom. And even as a 12-year-old, these things you're not supposed to do. And I was in the shower, getting cleaned up, and I just felt the Holy Spirit convict me. And I just prayed, Lord, make me as clean on the inside as the shower just made me on the outside. and he did, and you know, it just because we're Christians doesn't mean that life is easy. You know, Jesus said that he came to give us life and life more abundantly, and that abundantly is lots of ups and downs. But through him, it's having him gives us the peace to know that you know, one day we'll be with him in heaven, and so yeah, that's my story.
Cool.
Are you two saved?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are establishing the fact that everyone is born again in the group, right?
That's right.
You're not leading each other to the Lord in the middle of the songs or something.
Right, yeah.
Thanks, Rob, for pointing that out.
Yeah.
So, David, here's the question for you then. Who's in charge of these? Who's in charge of the group? Who's the lead guy?
I am.
No, I
definitely.
am. Absolutely me.
No,
I'm the senior adult in the group, so
Wait, we talked about this.
Rob, don't
And
even
once
say
again,
anything. Rob, don't.
servant leader, right here, right here.
I'm with you, fellas.
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. That's all I have to say about
So-
that.
What about the respect your seniors?
Yeah. So, who is the most humble then?
Me.
I am.
Yeah, because you guys have the shortest rider I've seen of any concert. One stick of gum just for the three.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and we take turns who gets it first. So
That's pretty cool. Because, I mean, I've been involved in newsboy shows, and their riders are like 3 pages. They want pasta and all this stuff.
Yeah, well.
Stick of gum and a bottled water for
That's
the three
it.
of you.
But we haven't reached that level.
that's right.
we're on the one stick of gum level.
That's right.
Man, churches, if you aren't booking these guys.
Not even the green M&Ms or whatever.
That's right,
It's
yeah.
just gum.
So I'm letting go and letting you lead me where you want to. Forgetting what's behind, I'm pressing on. I'm stepping out and standing here with both feet planted in midair, knowing you'll be there to catch me if I fall. I can't make it on my own, so I'm counting on your grace to see me through. I'm letting go, and letting you.
Of course, music is so powerful. It has the ability to heal. It has the ability to encourage, and that's what Trademark does in their concerts. And Todd, you've got a story about some healing that happened in a church after you guys were done.
Yeah, I went to college in South Carolina, and my favorite professor back there invited Trademark to come back to South Carolina and to sing for his church. So we went in there. It's a fairly formal kind of church, and when we come in, we kind of, our shirt tails are out, we don't have a tie on, we're kind of relaxed in our methodology. And so we went in there and we started singing. We brought my professor up on stage, and we had him singing with us. You know, he sang the bass part, and we got him to untuck his shirt and take his tie off, and just laughed and had the best time, people cutting up. And later on, he invited us all to go to supper with him, and so we went there, and he, you know, just in tears, he's like, "Todd, you don't know what kind of ministry you've done for our church." He said, you don't know this, but our church has been through a lot of turmoil lately, and you know, some of the people in that room have not talked to each other because there's hurt feelings. He said, in just the spirit of laughter brought into our church, that, you know, they were able to laugh at me, he says. We were laughing at each other, we were laughing together, and just the smiles in that place just brought ministry healing that you will never understand.
Well, David, let's talk a little bit about why music. Why is it that you feel called and led to be a part of Trademark these past 5 years?
Well, Doug, I guess I'd have to take you back to when I was a teenager. I was like Rob. I was raised in a Christian home. So when I was 18, I was invited to a revival. And I had carried the Bible around with me because I thought that was the thing you were supposed to do. I didn't really open it and read it. It was just, that was the thing to do. And went to this revival and heard some great music. And it was a buddy of mine that actually invited me there, and he had he had stacks of, well, back then it would have been vinyl records, albums, and there was a group back then that was, some people may have heard of them, some others may have not, called the Pat Terry Group. And that group, along with the Imperials, I started listening to their music over and over and over, and it spoke to me. The music spoke to me. That's as close as I could get to God was listening to that music and then singing that music. I accepted the Lord when I was 18, and had some opportunities to do some things outside of Christian music, and but I wanted to be close to God, and I wanted to do what He would have me do. And so today, I just feel like, first of all, that's when we're on stage and we're singing, I'm close to God. That's my happy place. That's where I worship the most. And so to go back to the question, I hope that the audience, I hope that they sense that, and I hope that they, through music, get to experience what I got to experience when I was a teenager and what I experience today, and that is the love and the grace of God. And there's no other place I would rather be than to be singing for the Lord, and I'm just thankful that He gave me that gift to do it.
All right, so we get to experience some of the music on the CD and on the website that people can listen to. So what are people in for when they attend a Trademark concert?
Well, we've been characterized, actually character is a good word, because that's what we called characters a lot. We like to have a lot of fun. We do believe that, that Christians should be the ones having the most fun in all the world. We got more to celebrate, more to be happy about. So right. We tend to start our concerts with a lot of fun. We'll sing to you, sing with you. We'll invite you to come sing along with us, clap along with us. We'll even bring some of you up on stage and just have a lot of fun. We even do actually a 50s song, which is always a big hit. We just kind of accidentally fell into this where we pulled out some white dinner jackets. We were doing it for a senior adult banquet one day, and it was so well received. We do it now. Every time we go, we pull out the jackets and we sing, shooby-doo-wop. But what we find is that this is the kind of stuff that we do that, it relaxes people, gets people, smiling.
Well, we just want to appeal to all ages, and we want to be approachable and have fun and relaxed.
We believe that worshiping God is the reason why we gather in the worship services, but so often we make it about us. One day I was just preparing for worship, and I prayed this prayer. I prayed, Lord, I prayed that I'll take away from this service what you'd have me to take away from it. And suddenly I was convicted by that. Even though I don't think that's a bad prayer, I was convicted because I realized how self-centered it was. I was saying, Lord, I hope I get what I came to get. And it was just like He convicted me right there in that moment. I wrote a song about it, and it's called I Live to Make You Smile. If I leave a worship service and I in some small way have put a smile on the face of God, then we've accomplished something there.
Right. That's right.
I'm ashamed to say I've come into this place, consumed with only what I'll take away, not with worshiping you in spirit and truth. In you I know I have been crucified, but it seems I'm always resurrecting pride.
So daily let me die to everything but you. I live to make you smile, I live to bring you honor. I won't be satisfied until every eye is on you. And as I stand before you in this holy place, may you be glorified, 'cause I live to make you smile. I'm amazed to think that I could bring you joy. Could my worship be what you've been longing for? How can anything I do be a blessing to you? Then again, I don't know why I am surprised, 'cause I know a child can make a father smile. Lord, I hope sometimes you see the kind of child in me who lives to make you smile, who lives to bring you honor, who won't be satisfied until every eye is on you. And as I stand before you in this holy place, may you be glorified, 'cause I live to make you smile. I live to make you smile. And as I stand before you in this holy place, may you be glorified, 'cause I live to make you smile.